beautiful people. Welcome to another exciting episode on Spiritual Secrets with Elizabeth. Today, as always, we're going to be talking about something spectacular, something deep, and something I hope you enjoy. If this is the first time of joining us, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on all my social media and do not forget, as you're watching this video, to comment, like, and share this video to your friends, your loved ones, everyone around you, even your frenemies and enemies, so that you'll be able to learn these things. And who knows, one of them might just change and decide to become a better person. So on to today's topic. Like I said, is going to be a spectacular one. So today's topic is actually on altering your own destiny. Now, a lot of people will not understand this, but it is true. You can actually alter your destiny by your actions, with your own hands and by your own doing. And I said, in as much as this may sound a little bit cliche, it is what it is, because the word destiny, altering, is common, everybody, so it sounds a little bit cliche. It is what it is. The words are right and very true. There are so many reasons why we are told to be careful and cautious about every of our actions as human beings. I bet a lot of us don't know we can be responsible for a flip or two in our destinies. There are rules we break that can alter the path of our destiny, and most times these actions can lead to an untimely death or long suffering in our lives here on earth. Now, a lot of people alter their destinies with their own hands, and in the process, they go through a lot of challenges. And some of them don't even know. They will start blaming village people. Now you do them, and my mama do them, and my papa do them. They will call all sorts of names. In fact, everybody will now be demons and spirits that are wicked around them. In fact, anybody that just say anything, the person, they will become sadists. They will become something else. They will be depressed, not knowing that they are the cause of their own problems. They brought this upon themselves. Now, I said, altering your own destiny can be in a good way and in a bad way. But most times, it is the latter that happens. This is one major area. What I mean by it is the latter that happens, that it is the bad way that always happens, that happens most times. This is one major reason why we are advised to discipline ourselves and find out what we are not permitted to get involved in. Because whether we believe it or not, just as our faces are different, so is our spirit man and what we need to function well on this planet Earth. Like I said, there are so many reasons. There are so many things that people do. There are so many ways people alter their destinies, but they will not know. And also, as a human being, you are advised to discipline yourself. And then my cinematographer said something today that is good for you to just live your life. That is too, how did he put it? That it's kind of too strenuous, too stressful. Like, you bother yourself about these things. Like, you should live freely. But the truth is, I keep telling people, nothing is free, even in Freetown. The earth is a very funny, wonderful place where you think you have the freedom and the free will to do everything like we discussed in one of my episodes. But the truth is, there is no freedom. There's absolutely no freedom anywhere. Like, I know a man of God, Bishop David Oyedepo, who said something long ago. He said for you to achieve success is hard work. And that particular statement is also in the Bible, where Joseph told his son, in the Holy Bible, when the son asked his father, do we have to labor so hard? Do we have to work so hard for us to achieve success? And the father told him, a man has to work very hard until sweat starts dropping down his forehead for him to achieve success, until his brows starts getting wet for him to achieve success. What they're trying to tell you is, life is all about you being intentional. In this Gen Z generation, they have now turned it to work smart. They said you shouldn't work hard anymore, that you work smart. But in the process of working smart, a lot of people are destroying their lives and destroying their destinies. Life has to do with a lot of disciplines, darling. That's why I love the spiritual so much. That's why I'm a spiritual being. Now, let's go over to what I wrote down. I said, let me share with us some positive and negative examples of altering one's destiny. I said I made a statement one. I said someone who is meant to be a herbalist, a tradomedical doctor, okay, can decide to alter his destiny a little bit and become an orthodox medical doctor. He is still serving the same purpose, just that he decided to use modern equipment and medicine instead of the natural herbs in his locality. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So that is it in a good way. Somebody is altering his destiny. He's saying, me, I don't want to relegate myself to carrying one bag and running from one bush or forest to the other, plucking leaves and putting them together. Why don't I just become an orthodox a medical doctor or something? Why don't I just do that? Instead of becoming a tradomedical doctor where I have to pound medicine on the mortar, where I have to use all the primitive way to make these things, I can actually do it in a more better and improved way, an upgraded way, and see how I'll be able to save more lives. He is still in his path. He is still doing what he is meant to do. Then I said another who is meant to be a priestess in a locality, working as a messenger of God via the deities, decided to become a pastor or a prophetess in the modern day church, either Pentecostal, Celestial, Mount Zion, etc. Either way, we are still talking about the same thing. It could be an imam, it could be an afar, it could be anybody, maybe in the Muslim religion, in the Christian religion, but you are called to become somebody that has to do the traditional thing, and you tell yourself, no, I don't want to do it this way. I think I want to do it this way. You have not altered your destiny in any way. You are doing the right thing. I said either way, she is still fulfilling her destiny, just that she decided to answer her call in a more refined way. She is still a messenger of the Almighty God. Now, this is what we're talking about. There are a lot of people who actually feel that, oh, as a Christian, no, it's only Christians that are going to heaven, my dear. No, I'm saying it here today. The spiritual does not know Christianity. The spiritual does not know whether you are a Muslim. The spiritual does not know Hindu. The spiritual does not know Buddha, Buddhism. The spiritual does not know those that are gray messengers, like we have the Jehovah's Witness. The spiritual does not know any of those things. So the spiritual actually identify us by who we are. Okay, let me use the word who we are. Now, the spiritual cannot identify you by your religion. It is not possible. That is why whether you are Nekanka, whatever you are, when you die, you are going to pass through the same passage in the great beyond, and you're going to be judged the exact way. So you might decide to serve God in your own way, like the ones the Igbo call Chukwu Okike. You might decide to serve God in your own way and say, oh, I don't want to do this in the traditional way. I actually want to do this in the more modernized way, because I don't want to see myself with barefoot, running around and then shaking this and wearing some straight clothes. You just want to do it differently. But hey, don't you see some men of God these days, all they wear is white? Don't you see some men of God these days, inside their altar, everywhere is white? They have altars. They do these things, but they are different. And these are things that you will not know. They are not altering their destiny. They are just answering their call the best way they feel it's okay for them. That is also a good one. I said someone who is meant to be a very powerful priest or priestess decided to use his or her power for evil, killing people, destroying lives, armed robbery, and so on. When this happens, you have altered your destiny and either incur curses upon yourself and your generations to come. Now, there are people who decide to use their powers wrongly. Now, I'm actually talking about those that alter their destiny negatively. There are people who are given powers. They are very powerful high priests of God, okay? They can actually command anything, just like the case of Moses, Elijah, Elisha, the prophets of the old, okay? Now, remember what Moses did in the wilderness? When they needed water and God told him to strike the rock, he used anger, chook the thing, as in beginning nakam. And God told him, you have misused your power. For that singular act, that was part of the reason why our darling Moses did not enter the promised land. God only showed him, like, see the promised land. But because of that one singular act of yours, you have altered your destiny. You know they go anywhere. I don't know if I'm making sense. Now, this same thing happens to a lot of spiritualists out there, spiritual leaders. God has given you this power, but you use the power negatively, altering your destiny, doing all the wrong things. Some of you know fully well that you're doing the wrong things. But you think because nobody sees you secretly, you're doing it. No. The moment you do that, there is a shift in the realms of the spirit that has rearranged your destiny that you have altered. So sometimes when you are meant to live 5 years, you will live only 2 years. Sometimes when you are meant to reach out to a lot of people, you will find out that whatever it is that you do for people, you pray for them, you try to reach out to them, it doesn't work anymore. And let me shock you. Those souls that you are supposed to be of help to, that you are not being of help to, if any of them dies or anything happens to them, it will be counted for you as a debt in the realms of the spirit. That is why it is very dangerous for you to alter your destiny in a negative way and affect the lives of the ones that God has placed under your care. So like I said, it's not only going to affect you as an individual, it's also going to affect your generations and generations to come. So when you are trying to alter your destiny, be very careful how you are altering your destiny. Either you are altering it in a negative way or you're doing it in a positive way. And another, I said, apart from life's purpose alteration, there are other ways we can alter our destinies. So we must be careful and vigilant, because most times we may not be lucky to correct our mistakes and retrace our path back to the original route spiritually due to our physical actions. I said there are a lot of people. Now, before I go through that, let me say this. Let me say this. Now, there are other ways you can actually alter your destiny. Not just through, your purpose in life, but there are other ways you can alter your destiny. And when you do these things, some people are not lucky to atone for their sins before they pass. Some people are not lucky to do the right thing before they pass. And so that is why their generations pick up from where they had stopped, because you cannot turn our Almighty God to an author of confusion. And I said there are a lot of people whom God Almighty, time, or even the devil had no hand in their sudden death. They brought it upon themselves because they used their hands to alter their destinies and reduce their lifespan. I said there are several ways we can alter our destinies, and here are some of it. Remember what I said? There are people on this planet Earth, quote me, that God, the devil, time, what I mean by time is, nature, does not have a hand in their passing. They say, oh, this person has passed. Yes, there are people that are meant to live 100 years on this planet Earth, but they cut their lifespan short with their own hands because of what they have done, and they live only 40 or 50 and they pass. Now, these are people that some people might like, oh, how is that possible? Remember, I told us something, that nothing is a coincidence. But in the midst of it all, you must walk according to the plan and purpose of your life. You must walk according to your destiny, because there are rules, and so you cannot break these rules. So when you make these mistakes, when you do these things, or you know that some of them are not mistakes because you deliberately and intentionally decide to do these things, you alter your destiny, and then you cause a lot of chaos for yourself. And then before you know it, a lot of people are never favored. Or I don't like using the word lucky, but I'll use the word lucky today. They are not lucky to atone for their sin before they pass to the great beyond. Now, as I said, there are so many ways we can alter our destinies, but I'm going to share some of them with us. I said through the words of our mouths. Now, this is very common and sensitive. Be careful what you say, where you say it, and how you said it, because sometimes you would think you are just catching cruise. But when, where, and how you decide to catch cruise is the challenge. Whoever you are, it is very important you bridle your tongue. Somebody will just stand now, like, I was seeing a movie a few days ago, and somebody said, oh, how I wish the Lord, he said, how I wish the entire, or that doom would just come upon the entire world. And then the deity that is in charge of doom heard her and came from nowhere and went straight inside her house, sat down in her house and started eating her birthday cake. She has invited doom into her home. Now, a lot of people will watch that and say, oh, it's fiction, it's just movie, but it is just the truth. Whoever wrote that script is indirectly telling you, this is how life is, be careful with your mouth. And that was actually what happened. Doom never left her. Doom was following her everywhere. And these things happen to a lot of people. We don't bridle our tongue. We talk anyhow. We say all the negative things. Parents insult their children. I know of a lot of parents from where I'm from. Okay, I'm an Asian woman from Edo State, and especially the Beninese. They are used to cursing their children. They say all sort of crazy things, and I'm just like, what's going on here? You don't use such words on children. Because the truth is, the moment you use these words on these children, it has already been recorded in the realms of the spirit. You are the one that gave birth to this child, and you just place a curse on the child just like that. So in the realms of the spirit, you have an authority, and that authority has been written. Because whatsoever your mouth speaketh will definitely be brought forth to life. That is one of the privileges that we have been given as humans. When you speak any word, your word carries weight and it carries power. So you have to be very careful what you say. Bridle your tongue. Don't continuously tell somebody how you are suffering, how your entire life is crashing, how everybody around you. Nothing good comes out of your mouth. You're always very negative. You don't say anything good. Even when they ask you questions they don't ask you, the ones they've not asked you, the ones you don't know, the ones you know. Some of you, you've not written exams, but you already know that you will fail that exam. Some of you, you've not started a job. You already know that you don't like your boss. Some of you are contemplating, asking yourself, will I be able to leave? Am I sure this earth is meant for me? Please, who is the earth meant for? Why did you come? Why are you asking? Why are you being negative? So you have to bridle your tongue. You have to be careful what you say, how you say them, and where you say them. Especially those people that like doing all sort of orishi at night. Especially those people that don't stay in their homes. They like going to a lot of places at night. When you go out, the night is more busy than the day. Let me shock you. The activities at night are much more than the activities during the day. Because it is when you are sleeping that some of these celestial beings come out to carry out their own activities. So some of you that are lucky to be awake at that time of the night, you are gisting with your friend on the phone, you are telling your friend, and thunder will strike you now. This one, no, you are saying it jokingly, telling your friend that thunder will strike your friend. The thunder might not just come physically to strike that friend, but it has been written. Some other thunders that are worse than the spiritual thunder will strike that friend. Because as at that particular point in time you made that statement, there is one particular spirit somewhere that is actually just passing at that particular point in time, and that word has been caught, and that is the end. Let's be very careful. Let's bridle our tongues. And I said another one is ending up with the wrong partner. This is very sensitive, as a lot of us marry the wrong partner due to pressure or selfish reasons, and then we alter our destinies. This is something that a lot of people have done over time. You are destined to marry a truck pusher. You will see that truck pusher and you will say, no, why will I marry a truck pusher? For what? A whole me, this. God has already given you the empowerment and the enablement. The moment you marry that truck pusher, you don't know how that person's life will turn around 360. But you have decided that no, you don't want a truck pusher. You want that boy who is driving a very fine Jeep, looking so cool, handsome. Oh God, six-pack, today, not today. And you decide to end up with him. Not knowing that you have altered your destiny. You have left that path of your destiny that you're meant to follow. Some of you even went as far as having children for these people. Let me ask you, before you decide to go into any serious relationship with anyone, have you bothered to find out if that person is meant for you? Have you bothered to ask if that person is one person that you're meant to be with? Have you bothered to carry out a research to know if you are actually doing the right thing? Now, there are a lot of people who make this mistake. There are a lot of people who do this thing. They marry the wrong person. Some of you, you end up being beaten to death. You cut short your own destiny by your own hand. Nobody did. You married the wrong person who decided to beat you and punch you to death. It was not written that at some point in your life that somebody was going to punch you to death. It was not written at some point in your life that somebody is going to marry you and cause this chaos in your life. What was written is, if peradventure you decided to deviate, this is what will happen. So because you altered your destiny, now all the things that were not meant to happen to you when you stay in your past will start happening to you, because you have to live according to the script. So you have to be very careful. Who do you want to end your life with? What do you want to do? The wrong partner. Are you marrying a partner that is not allowing you progress? Are you marrying a partner that is not allowing you to do the right thing? You're not happy in your home. You don't have friends anymore. Your life is blocked. Your life is locked down. Let me even shock you. The right partner for you will never deprive you of anything. Rather, he will encourage and empower you to achieve whatsoever you want, be it male or female. So please be very careful not to alter your destiny with the wrong partner. And lastly, I said living someone else's life. A lot of people don't even know what they want to be, and why they are on earth. Not to mention being aware of them living someone else's life. A lot of people live someone else's life on this planet because they don't even understand themselves and who they are. They don't even know what they want. So it's either their parents, the society, anything around there can actually shape them, because the truth is, when you leave that space in the realms of the spirit vacant, anything can jump in there and start manipulating your destiny. So that's why a lot of people make these mistakes. They alter their own destiny, alter their own lives by choosing the wrong career and living someone else's life that will never be of benefit to them. I hope today you've learned a whole lot, and I hope you understand what it means to be the one to be responsible to alter your destiny. But I will urge you today that you should be careful. Make sure you do the right thing. Make sure you understand what you're doing with your life. Seek counsel. Make sure you think things through and through before you make decisions. Life is not a place where you can just drop a pin and then you walk away and come back and find it. It is not as easy as you think. Everything that you think is free is not free. There is nothing free, for everything has a price, and that price could either be good or bad, profitable or not profitable. Until next time when I come your way again, it's still your girl Elizabeth, and this is Spiritual Secrets with Elizabeth. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you finish listening to this message, drop a comment, like, and share with your friends. And of course, remember to follow me on all social media handles. And as usual, I'm here to answer some of your deep spiritual questions. Just send them in and send me messages on my DM. God bless you, and I love you.